Nadia's just doing her coffee in the background there. I've got one of those T-shirts on that I'm already regretting because I keep having to pull it back.
Yeah, you are funny with these T-shirts.
Yeah, you like to tear them open though, don't you?
Yes,
and get to my chest hair.
Yes,
all three of them.
Yes, that's what I like to do. I like to tear off your T-shirt.
You do.
Is that light a bit bright?
It is a
like
touch bright,
angels.
isn't it? Yeah, well, you look angelic. Let's turn that down a bit.
Silent night, holy night. If anybody's new, if anybody is just here for the very first time for Coffee Moaning, just do a wave emoji so we can say hello to you. If you've just come over from Instagram.
I'm going to flick you onto 4G because we're already having problems.
We should just always go on 4G at the minute.
Oh, that's better. Sorry, guys. Oh, look, Nadia, got someone to name to call out.
Louise Brown, Louise Brown, Lulu, Louise. Lulu, Louise
Brown.
Welcome to the family guest area. You have 50 no-name Sunday shows
you
can binge watch.
Bloody hell, yesterday was the most stressful day getting that out.
Fascinating, actually, because when we started the No-Name Sunday show, of course, we weren't in a global pandemic. And if you've never seen the No-Name Sunday show, Louise, one of the things that we do in it, we do cooking, we do book reviews. My dad does like a wisdom corner. But one of the things we do is we do a news digest of newspapers. And my God, how it has changed. We've got an amazing record there of what we've all gone through.
Not just that, we've almost got a library, an archive of news stories.
Of what's happened to us all over the 9 months. Because when we first started the No Name Sunday show, the newspaper bit would often be lots of funny stories, and then for ages there was nothing. So you might want to fast forward through the news bits, but you might also like to far.
But one truism I've discovered over the year of doing digest of the news on the Sunday show is that the Daily Star always has a story about alien abduction every week. Every week they do alien abduction. Every week they do spirits visiting people. So obviously psychicness is one thing, and alien. I'm just saying this. I'm sure no one's really interested. Louise Bown, welcome, Louise Bown.
Two Louises. Welcome Louise Bown. Welcome. By the way, if you're new,
Louises. Who's the other Louise?
The whole point about these songs.
Who's the other Louise? The other person you just sang was Sarah Robinson.
I never sang to Sarah Robinson.
Who did you just sing to?
I sang to Louise Brown.
Oh, Louise Brown. Oh, maybe I clicked on the same one again.
Oh my God.
Sarah Robinson.
Sang.
Louise. Oh, of course, Bown. Sorry.
Are you okay?
I was sitting down as I sang Bown. I wasn't even
and you
thinking.
never forget anything. So
No, I don't forget anything. Sorry. Well, Louise, let's give Louise another one.
But Louise and Sarah, if you are new to this channel, the whole point of these songs is they're supposed to be shit.
Yeah.
I quite fancy myself as what's her name from Friends? What's her name?
I actually switch off.
What's her name from Friends?
I can't remember. I don't know. My brain has become.
She sings in a really shit way.
Oh, Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, but come on, what's her character?
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Thanks, Emma Staple.
It's the Phoebe tune time.
I'm having one of those mornings where
you haven't done it yet for Sarah Thompson.
No, I know. I'm having one of those mornings where I forget. You know when you meet someone immediately and they say their name and then you just completely forget it straight away. It's terrible. It's awful. You have those days. I'm usually very good with names. Sarah Robinson.
Sarah Robinson.
Hey, Mrs. Robinson.
My leg's going up.
Careful, you'll injure yourself. You'll injure yourself.
Don't be injured for Christmas.
You'll injure yourself.
Welcome, Sarah Robinson. Would you like to do a squat with me?
Well, it's a good job. You couldn't do that in Sainsbury's the other day, could you?
Mark,
they've all seen the vlog.
Oh, has it gone up?
Well, it nearly went down.
Oh my God, have you put that in?
Ashley, don't fart, Nad.
No, it wasn't like that.
No. A lot of people were fascinated by your suggestion that you were going to use a bag for life. None of them can look at.
Desperate that I was going to, because I didn't say this on camera, did I? I said this afterwards on the way home.
You need.
Oh, fuck's sake!
I'll let you into a secret. She was going.
Mark, don't lie. Don't start lying.
She was going to do it into a bag for life in the photo booth. She was that desperate. She was going to pull the curtain across. Were you going to put the bag on the stool, or were you going to wind the stool down?
Listen, I was so desperate. I was standing in the middle of Sainsbury's. I went out and
No.
You know when you're like this, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I saw the photo booth, and I thought, I had a big coat.
I wondered what you were going to say then.
I thought, I'll put the paper on the stool, and then I'll put the
Would
coat
you
over
round the
like...
stool down?
I don't know. I couldn't do that much movement, and then I would have closed the curtain. Can you imagine? One of the girls was saying, "Can you imagine if somebody went, hello, are you Nadia?"
Nadia Sawalha-Adderleys swimming, taking a shit in a photo booth. Look, the frustration for me was I couldn't get across to you guys. I was in the queue trying to be mindful.
It was the worst experience of my life.
Trying to be mindful. The contrast of experiences that morning. Sadly, I couldn't.
Deborah Holdsworth, the bag of life, would have saved Nadia's life.
The thought of her going in the car, absolutely awful, Tim Reed.
But thank God, and when Mark arrived, I was shaking with terror. I was like, this is going...
It was effing hysterical.
Did you tell them the thing about the coffee?
Yeah, I think you retell it because you talk.
God, I was in a fog.
Do listen to it because she sent me a text at the point that she was urgently wanting me to leave the coffee shop. She sent a text that's supposed to say, "Leave the fucking coffee, come and rescue me." But she said, "Love the coffee." So I'm standing there thinking, okay, well, she's in a terrible state, but she definitely wants coffee. Maybe she is blocked but needs a poo, and the coffee might help as a yeah. There you go. Anyway, but a huge gratitude to Costa Coffee for keeping your toilets open and allowing Nadia to use them.
Because what would I have done? Because Mark was like...
It was a moment, it was going to be a moment...
What do I do? And Mark,
I was very calm.
Costa Coffee.
I was very calm. I walked straight up to you.
Costa Coffee.
But I've never seen Nadia look more like this. She was like that.
I think Costa Coffee isn't going to let me go to the loo. Oh my God, I'll never forget that Costa Coffee place.
If you're wondering what the hell we're all talking about, go and check out Vlogmas 20. It's a classic.
Yeah, if you're new to the channel, we do a Vlogmas, which is our family reality show every day. And
Jackie Verlino, that's too much. Did anyone go in the loo after you?
Oh no, it wasn't like that.
Oh, what was
You would have been fine to.
Oh. Okay, that's too much information there. Can I just say quickly a call out to Tim Reed, a recovery fellowship wave from me. I know that you're struggling with some personal stuff and family members not contacting you and stuff like that. All I would say is keep observing the tenets of your recovery, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Look, I remember many, many years not spending as much time or seeing at all, my girls, and it's a very tricky time. But what you are laying is the foundations of a gradual sort of permanent and secure structure of love for your family. And it might not come to you quickly, it might not come to you in your time scale, but one of the biggest things to hold on to is patience, because I think one of the elements of being an addict of any form is impatience. There is an impatience within us, and sometimes that's an impatience of at times greed when we're at our worst, but other times it's an impatience of wanting to fix things so desperately because we realise we've made a mistake. So I just wanted to say, I just saw a brief exchange going as you went up, and so sending big recovery thoughts. You're doing everything right, and it's an easy time of year to throw all good progress into the bin because one feels it's not come good yet. The process of coming good is a process.
There's nothing worse than you can do for your family and for your future life than to pick up a drink.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Or a drug.
Because Christmas isn't about alcohol. It's so much of it has become about alcohol, but it actually isn't. It actually isn't. And if you have children, I don't know what your circumstances are, adult children, small children, there is no gift comparable to you being sober. It's the greatest gift.
But I think we should do a talk. I think we should do a talk together, me and Nadia, about drink at Christmas, because it was one of the stories that came up. I'm getting a lot of communication from people. I'm seeing a lot of people on Instagram setting up sort of recovery stations, and we just want to be able to just a waiting room, almost like a meeting. So, it's hard. But anyway, I just want to extend that little message. We haven't watched Euphoria special episode yet. No.
We've got that.
Keep forgetting it's there.
I think it's a bit difficult because at the moment with us all being at home, it's not something Kiki can watch, and so yeah.
Oh look, Amy Dodds. Yeah, we will get to the news in a minute, guys.
Amy Dodds.
She couldn't have done that in Sainsbury's.
Welcome, Amy Dodds, Amy, Sarah, and Louise. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the family guest area.
Yeah, absolutely. 50 episodes and members' lives. There is going to be a members' live before Christmas Day this week. Nanny Di is joining us. Oh, look, Louise Schaaf. At this rate, we're never going to get to the news.
Louise.
Welcome, Louise. Christ, you've destroyed her surname.
Sorry, Louise Schaaf. Louise Schaaf. Louise Schaaf. Louise Schaaf. Welcome.
You could sing in Ronnie Scott's, couldn't you?
I could.
In the toilets.
Hello, April Hill. Hello, Karen T. Hello, Louise Schaaf. Hello, Faith Goodman. Hello, Emma. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Gemma. Hello, Olivia. Rachel. Olivia. Time for a rhyme. Personalised poetry. Kirsty Wilson. It doesn't roll off the tongue, that. I'm going to be honest with you, Kirsty. I might just call you Kirsty Wilson.
We may be in tier 4, it may be a bit of a bore. Oh, no, she's written a poem.
Oh, lovely.
It may be in tier 4, it may be a bit of a bore. Be grateful for your family space and hopefully stay safe. Have a lovely Christmas time with plenty of cheer and Christmas wine. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Time for a Rhyme, Personalised Poetry,
that's
Kirsty
so
Wilson.
sweet. Thank you.
Meg Beach, you can have a shout out. You are submitting your PhD at Cambridge today after 4 years. Well done. You've lived with depression all your life. Good on you. I know what that takes. I started a PhD and I stumbled across my PhD work the other day, and my God, you have to be head down and getting on with it. So well done. Thanks for contacting us, Meg.
I always thought I was quite clever till I met you.
You are clever. It's all relative. You know, there's different categories of clever, aren't there? Okay, so right, let's not beat about the bush. Let's tackle this thorny subject. We all need to get down fucking Sainsbury sharpish.
No, don't say that. No, he's joking. No, he is joking.
I just thought, could you imagine?
Oh, it's buffering.
I know, we're on 4G as well. I don't know what to do. Sainsbury, shall we flick back over to... You haven't turned the Wi-Fi off over there, do you know? Okay, let me try going back to Wi-Fi. Let's see. Is that better? Is that better? Oh, that looks better. Lorraine, in that brief
I'll let
outage-
you say this bit of news and then I'll sing it to Lorraine.
What was I saying? No, so being serious, we are in what they're calling a potentially perfect storm scenario. So I think it's really important that we de-weaponize or unweaponize the idea that if people panic by a little bit, it's a terrible thing. We are in a bit of an unusual situation. I think we all need to be sensible. We all need to know that we don't need more than we need.
Do you remember last time when people panic bought? Oh my God, did you see the bins of people just throwing away food? You're literally going to throw away money. Exactly.
Now, supermarkets are all reassuring us that they have stock for at least a week. And I think a lot of people are worrying because of the haulage problem. And of course, one of the problems that we're encountering is virtually every country in the world is slowly closing their borders to the UK. India has just announced, Hong Kong has just announced, Denmark has just announced, just slowly and surely we're becoming more and more isolated than even leaving the EU would have made us.
Than China.
Yeah. Now, part of this is obviously governmental. France have said that they're going to do everything in their powers to help with the haulage problem on the border here. Of course, if you think about this, a lot of the haulage drivers now coming to the UK to deliver are fearful individually, not even in terms of corporately, of being trapped this side of the channel for Christmas. They're also hearing that we have a deeply infected part of the country that they're arriving in, and they're worried about being infected and going back.
Strangely, I was talking to my mum on the phone today, and I was saying to her, Mum, do you know about this, the Kent? Now, my mum's very informed. She didn't know about those tailbacks in Kent.
Oh right, they're already there at the M20.
What was the first thing she said? Is that why with the variant started in Kent?
This is what I said.
I said, that's what Mark said.
I mean, I wondered whether not because
these poor drivers, right? How long have they been there, Mark?
Well, there's been queues almost for the whole year. There's tailbacks all the time.
Just imagine this, right? Some of them have been there. We don't know how long. There are no toilets.
No, there are toilets. They call them forage huts.
You're joking.
No, there's a nickname for them. There are sort of... They're
But
not...
it goes for miles and
No,
miles.
no. When I say this, these are kind of rudimentary, shittily made things that have
But
been
do you
kind of
think really they're going to walk
by...
for miles when they're
No.
by all those woods? I feel
No.
so sorry
No.
for those drivers.
No.
How are they getting food?
No,
I mean, I
absolutely.
just think... But also, you know...
What?
Well, it's just interesting that Mum said exactly the same
Well,
thing.
no, my question mark about it is that this is the thoroughfare into Europe, isn't it? It's the part of our country that connects with Europe. So, I think on the one hand, most countries are right, and I can see why they're blocking us off.
No, I would do it if I was another country.
But equally, it's
Definitely.
yet another argument for did we not need sterner, stricter testing, etc., coming into the country?
Well, we do. Like, all the countries that have got a handle on this do that. All of them. And that's what they keep on saying. I mean, you know, if I had been... I thought, actually, France was very late to close the borders to us, actually. Because do you remember when there was the variant in Denmark and there was still flights coming into Heathrow for like 3 days after that? And we were raging. It was like, God, don't let flights come from
No,
Denmark.
absolutely.
I mean, it's not a personal thing. If there's something going on in one country, let's just close the borders. We need to work out what this is. I mean, what they're saying is, though, it's everywhere. It's just that our scientists were ahead of the time and have picked up on
Well, they're
it.
saying it's everywhere, but it's not everywhere with such prevalence. There was a very strong opinion piece in the Mirror, actually, online yesterday, saying, absolutely damning anyone who left London on which night was it? Friday night? Saturday night? Saturday night. Do you want to quickly say hello to Rachel Fraser?
There's a couple, actually, so I thought
Rachel
I'd let you
it's
finish
just
this.
They fade away at the top.
Oh, I
Rachel
see.
Fraser and Lorraine Owen.
Okay. Lorraine Owen. Lorraine
Piers Morgan doesn't do this.
Owen. Lorraine, we already love you.
Gonna flick my nipples for it.
Welcome.
Don't get that.
Lorraine
You don't get that on Good Morning Britain, do you? Don't get Piers doing that.
Rachel Fraser. Welcome to the family guest area. Rachel
Fraser.
Fraser, welcome to our area.
Now, I like to think that as a channel we can straddle nipple flicking to bags
With-
for life to logs for life, in a bag for life.
To global pandemics
and news.
to mutating
and I think
virus.
nuanced, balanced news analysis. I think we did a good job of that.
I think this is how the news has to be told,
I
because
think-
just to have the bloody news just told to you, quite frankly,
Yeah.
you feel like you need to be hospitalised after
Yeah.
it.
Someone says they're so confused about this mutant strain. Jade Louisa, don't you just hate the word mutant? It's just so loaded, isn't
I mean,
it?
what we've gathered from it is that viruses do this all the time. As somebody said yesterday, there's been hundreds of mutations of this virus
If I keep
already.
hearing that like a sort of blithe explanation for why we're all fine, I'm going to punch someone.
I think what
I
you
am going to
hate
punch
it
someone.
is-
If someone else walks towards me and there is a certain type of person go, well, there's been 36 times. Oh, well, there's been 87. I don't give a fuck. This one is really...
Seems to be really
seems
bad.
to be really virulent. There's 35 that are all right. But we're not... So what?
The thing is, what they know about this one is it's just found a way to be more infectious, but as yet, it is no more dangerous.
Yeah.
And as yet, there is no reason why the vaccine wouldn't work for it. So that's all you really need to know, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
And
much more infectious. So whereas before, I suppose, asymptomatic people were still infectious, but not as infectious as people in the full flood of it. I think asymptomatic people are much more infectious now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
So
there is
that's why it's
absolutely
so-
zero evidence that this is more dangerous. But of course, if it's more, this is the thing that gets me. If it's more transmittable, then it is more dangerous on some level because it means more people can get it. Apparently, it's 70%. Apparently, think of this as in terms of the internal logic of the virus. It's very clever. It's very clever.
Yeah.
It's doubled its presence within the mouth and nose.
It is unbelievable.
It's equipped itself
It's like
to
a
double
living
its
being.
yeah, so it's gone, you know what, this is where it's all going on, this is where it's spreading, I'll make myself twice as virulent in the mouth and nose.
Bastard. What a bastard.
You've got to admire your worst enemies, and then in admiring it, you can find a solution to it. I personally, my sense of it is that we're going to have The vaccines are going to still be applicable to it. I think it's going to be fine. And I hope...
Somebody just saying that, I was quite interested. I hate opinion pieces. What was that? I think off the back of you saying about the Mirror. I think it's just so easy to just have an opinion. Oh my God, how am I going to do this?
Yeah, no, I agree. Op-eds. I mean, there are, these opinion... I mean, they're designed to be fair. They're designed to create...
agitate.
Yeah, and also to create discussion.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of kind of radio shows often home in on these opinion pieces. No one gives a damn about the opinions of some smarmy, normally horrible person, and it should be part of the news.
Erin Tyler Paris.
You're absolutely right, and they're usually people like Rod Liddle and all that lot that kind of really
people that you wouldn't want to spend 2 minutes with. A very good point.
But what they try to do is can I just tell people? There's a really interesting piece on the BBC News website today, and guess what it's all about? This is really important, I think, at this time of year. How to negotiate members of your own family and close friendship circle that believe in conspiracy theories, but do it in a way that doesn't lead to a family-busting row.
Bloody hell, that's difficult.
Because
it is hard. I just say I don't want to hear about conspiracy theories.
No. But the problem with conspiracy theories is to the person who's spouting a conspiracy theory, they rarely describe it as a conspiracy theory.
No, they believe it's the truth. Yeah,
so it's very hard.
You have to respect it. What I say to people with conspiracy theorists, I say, listen, I fully respect that that's your point of view, but I'm never going to agree with it. How do you say that?
Xavier Tansley.
Xavier
or Xavier?
Xavier, welcome back. Xavier Tansley. Xavier Tansley. Xavier Tansley. If I pronounced your name wrongly, please tell me. Xavier Tansley, welcome.
Here's very. I must
welcome.
admit, Xavier. I think it might be Xavier.
Xavier.
Yeah. I used to go to school with a Xavier,
welcome
a Xenon, and a Xanthi.
Why don't you know how to say it then?
Well, that's why I keep saying Xavier, and you keep correcting me. I'd like to know if it's Xavier or not. Right, let me just give you the top 5 tips to deal with someone in your family. Of course, none of us are meeting any family now, but maybe
some people are.
Well, some are. But what to do in the face of someone who's spouting conspiracy theory stuff. Now, that doesn't mean you can't challenge the narrative flow that's coming from government or that there aren't hidden agendas. But what you need to do, the top tips from the BBC are...
Xavier.
Told you.
Xavier Tansley.
Maybe I said Xavier.
Welcome, Xavier Tansley.
So 1, keep calm. 2, don't be dismissive.
Yeah, I think it's always rude to just dismiss what somebody says.
3, encourage critical thinking.
Hang on. People who say, I do my own research here.
Yeah. They tend to do their research watching fringe YouTube videos, random people on Facebook, and cherry-picking evidence from Twitter accounts. Be certain that when you form an opinion, it's not just from social media people like us.
Because don't forget, whatever you believe in, social media will keep on showing you those films
the algorithm, exactly.
will just pick up on what you believe. And that's why it's really important to follow accounts of people that you don't, that have an opposing opinion to you, which we learned from...
Well, yes, the Social Dilemma documentary. But that's also, from being a journalist, that's one of the things you do. That's why you buy all the papers. You buy all the papers because obviously they lean to the right, and you need those papers like The Observer and The Guardian, all that kind of stuff, to just balance out the political spectrum. That's why I love The Times. I mean, I want to read what the sort of right-leaning centre are. 4, ask questions. 5, don't expect immediate results. And 6, charge at them with an enormous battering ram, throwing them out onto the street and telling them never to walk through your door again.
I thought you were going to say charge towards them with an enormous Battenberg.
No, you need to just punch them into submission. No, that's not really the last bit of advice.
Battenbergs. Can we have a Battenberg for Christmas?
You like Battenberg? I find them dry.
They're never dry.
The ones I've had are.
I mean, they're pure chemicals. They're chemical.
Gold-plated music.
Gold-plated music.
Welcome. God-plated music. I might have to flick something else in a minute.
Get your nipples. Not
Get
mine.
your nipples
Do your
out.
own.
No, tweak your
Flick
own.
yours.
Flick yours.
Flick yours. It's gone.
The one time me and Kiki bumped into Tracy Emin at a show, when they took a photo of us, my nipples had gone really hard.
I know, because
really
you've
odd.
always fancied her. That's
not why. I was in a state of heightened alert. It looked like each nipple was trying to evacuate my chest.
What's this? I have Julie Neal. I have a visitor coming on Wednesday who'll be staying outside. I'm anxious, and even the weather is putting me off standing outside to see him. If you stand outside and you're 2 meters distance, don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. I mean, put the mask on as well. And then you're going to be fine, aren't you?
We've got loads of family guests arriving today. Valerie
Blimey.
Webster!
Valerie
Should
Webster.
change the tune.
Yes.
My nipples are so sore.
No, I think you should... I think you should dance to my singing.
Okay.
What shall he dance in the style
This
of?
is an unusual Monday. Oh. Come on, sing it.
Valerie Webster, Valerie Webster, Valerie Webster.
There you go.
Welcome. Oh,
Trying
God.
to deliver the news
I'm
whilst
bloody
being a
boiling.
complete twat is really hard.
Right.
So, COBRA meeting. So, here's the thing, guys. Oh, we've got another one.
Do the
Corby
next-
Morris.
We'll do Corby after you've done the next bit
Okay,
of news.
Corby, so hold on.
Corby
So,
Morris, we are with you.
the government are in COBRA meetings at the moment. I think, here's my prediction, given that so many of my predictions have been right, and I'm not being an
We
arrogant
really
twat,
have. If
but-
you're new to our news digest here, Mark is nearly always right.
But I hate to say it, that's through no cleverness. It's through fucking blind obviousness. Toffee
Yeah.
tells me what's happening, and
Yeah.
I go to the
Toffee
rest of the
said
family going,
Toffee's our dog. Said
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago, do you think they ought to cancel Christmas now? It seems like everything's getting
I
a
don't
bit out of hand.
really, I don't really share with you the fact that actually Toffee asks first, and I pretend they're my ideas because you can't sort of, babe, look at that. It's so
All right, we
hard.
know
It's
you've got
so
big
hurt.
nipples.
I think Tier 4 is going to spread around the country. I think the government are going to be forced to implement Tier 4 everywhere. I think we're going to have a situation with so much resentment. I think there's an element of feeling like at least London and South East have been hammered
Well, Matt
first.
Hancock did more or less say that yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that I saw interviewed yesterday was saying we're seeing it right across the country now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if it's as infectious as it is,
Yeah. And there was just news there that there are plans for the French to allow traffic to start passing over into France again. I don't know.
why?
I think that
Wow. Well, that's good. What,
EU
freight
to
traffic? Well, that's big news. They only stopped it yesterday.
No, I think that's different to a travel ban. I think it's just freight traffic and stuff like that they're letting through.
Because yesterday they put a ban on freight traffic,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah,
and what
absolutely.
they've reviewed it and said no, freight is fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems basically I think the French are cooperating. That's the point. That's the point. But I do think that we shouldn't be surprised. It might not happen quite yet, but I think we shouldn't be surprised if Tier 4 does spread to other regions. So you know, be prepared for that.
Guys, you've got to look at the photos of the gridlock in
Yeah,
Kent. I
yeah.
mean, my God, it's just awful.
So
Don't forget, remember, the vaccine is already being given, and you know, as of yesterday, 350,000 people had got it. And as Matt Hancock says, people are making the mistake of looking at this as a straight line. That's 350,000. Well, how many does that mean in the next two? Because I think they've got 400 more, if I'm right, stations now, vaccine stations they did. So that's just going up exponentially. So we have just got, this is so different. It's scary in one way, but it's so different to March when we didn't have the therapeutics that we've got now. They're treating people in a completely different way in ICU now, in the hospital and in ICU. As soon as you go in, things are very different. And we've got the vaccine. So we've just got to just get through this bit. We can. We've had such a difficult year, but we will get through this, and we just got to stay as safe as we can.
Sainsbury's have reintroduced socially distanced queuing outside their stores. Sainsbury's are talking about some potential shortages for fruit and veg. So, you know, I do think there's where you can calmly just stock up on a few bits and bobs. I think
But don't go mad, because they'll all spoil.
No,
You just waste your
absolutely,
money.
exactly. So, you know, perishables and what have you, don't go mad. But I do think, you know, we are entering uncharted waters. I keep saying this. You'd think that the EU and Britain would come to some kind of deal on the Brexit thing, even if it's just a kind of let's just put this all on pause for another 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Let's just keep things going for another 6, because it's going to impact on the EU
Can't
too.
the EU can't we just put it on? I mean, we're at war, for God's sake. We're at war with a really mean enemy who doesn't give a shit. And we just need to, I just think, just us racing towards this date, it just seems like madness.
Shielding guidance has just been issued for Tier 4, with the vulnerable told to avoid work and shops.
But do they get paid if they
New
don't go to
guidance for the
work?
clinically extremely vulnerable in Tier 4 urges thousands of people to stay at home at all times.
What
They
happens
should remain
financially?
home.
I know we've got quite a few shielders here. What happens when you can't go to work?
Well, I think if you can work under normal circumstances, you will be entitled to furlough. the firms will be entitled to furlough.
But is it the same if you're shielding?
I think so. As long as you can work. I mean, otherwise, I feel it's other benefits that you might be getting. So that's coming in. There was talk yesterday of roadblocks being put in and out of London and what have you. I mean, I don't know whether what we're going to see now is a sort of softening of restrictions. Now they've done the sort of big headline. I mean, we're going to get a lot of news. There's a COBRA meeting happening this morning. There's also, and I think this kind of movement and shift with France is probably part of it. They might be looking for special dispensation so that we can just avoid a total clusterfuck on
Ashley Cobb says every time we mention Sainsbury's a constant laugh.
Yeah, where are the Bag for Lives? Bags for Life. Corby Morris. Give Corby Morris a sing-song.
Oh, Corby. Have we not sang for Corby?
No, we were holding
Okay,
back.
you start it and give us a different
Corby
tune.
Morris, I love your Corbiness in your Corby Morris ways.
Corby Morris, Corby Morris, Corby Morris.
I like the way your surname Morris doesn't have an S in it. It has an I-C-E, so maybe it's Corby Morris.
Morike, Morike,
Morricey.
Morike.
There you go, Corby, just for you. So
It is MeTube. It is a wonderful thing, but I haven't been able to sign up to them. I've been trying Milk and More. I was signed up to them, and then something happened, and we got de-signed. But yes, that's a good recommendation.
So what I'm trying to say is everyone needs to stay calm and get to the shops.
Don't panic buy. Ignore it.
Buy milk.
Shut up.
We like to keep things calm.
So guys, if you've enjoyed this news digest, please hit the thumbs up underneath our picture here. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell.
Absolutely.
So you can always be notified when we go live, because we do tend to do surprise lives as well. Like on Saturday, when the news hit, we did a live after that. And I think it was really helpful for a lot of people.
It really was.
One.
It really was. No, on a serious note though, you do not need to rush out to the shops. Everywhere is stocked at the moment. There are other days to be able to do stuff. Just graduate things. Just be sensible. Be calm. Think of others. You're only needing to look after yourselves in tier 4 anyway, aren't you? Because we can't really have anyone else around. So so just be mindful. We're buffering again.
So annoying.
So annoying. But guys, Vlogmas 21. God only knows what that holds. Lots of love, guys.
Love
Stay
ya.
safe.
Bye.
Bye.